Hi, Carolyn. My name is Varya, and today I'll be walking you through my vision for 2029, the goals of my vision, and how I'll be able to achieve them by using this infographic. This is less of a standard map. I did imagine it to be a little differently, but when I thought about how can I utilize this map in my everyday life, I decided that if it is vertical, I'll find a printer that will be able to print this vertically, post it on my wall, and be able to see it every single morning, day, and evening, reminding myself of the goals in 10 years. So the map is, and you can probably see it over here, there are milestones, which are the little short lines, and then there's longer lines, which represents the review of my vision and goals. I will be walking you through this map more closely, but before I switch over, I just wanted to walk you through my three values, which entail harmony, stability, and accountability. Now I'll be switching over to my shared screen to let you know exactly how I'll be achieving those goals. Now I'll be walking you through actual vision and goal. My goal is tended to be more of a SMART goal because I am trying to be specific and set a date on it as well as how I'll be achieving it. So just to start, my goal is to achieve harmony, one of my values, stability in my family and work life, to grow my company's profits by 50%, and to hold myself accountable in all aspects of life by June 2029. The reason why I selected June date is because that's when some say that the actual summer starts, and that's also when I noticed to have myself reviewed and look back at the year and see if there were any hardships that I've overcome or any goals. So by setting June 2029, I'm actually holding this close to what I believe is meaningful. So just to close up here, my very first milestone is January 2020. What I would like to do by January 2020 is, as you can see, graduate. The reason why I'm saying graduate, and I know everyone wants to be over with school, in my case, it's simply because I am married and I do tend to spend all of my nights and evenings on my essays, my assignments, learning, studying for a quiz, and I align that with my 5 days a week work schedule, which is supposed to be only 3 days a week, but I can't really do much about my clients, so I do have to be attentive 5 days a week. So as you might guess, I don't have any harmony or stability. So I'm going against those values instead of going and to achieve them. So my first date is to graduate and get over with school just so that I have evenings and weekends to myself and my husband and my cat. My next milestone is by October 2020. So that's the first year to I will want to achieve how and learn how to let go. This includes how to delegate. I've noticed that in my work career as well as my projects, I often tend to take on too much, and sometimes the fact that it's too much doesn't really shine until I start to get very, very stressed. So I'm tying the specific milestones to achieve stability in my emotional state and physical health. And once I learn how to delegate and once I learn how to let go of those small things in my family and my work life, learn to delegate it to my assistants rather than trying to complete everything by myself, I believe I'll be able to set myself on the correct 10-year path and start looking at things more simply. So by January 2021, I would like to travel 5 countries. And just to note, I'd like to do that with my husband. The reason why I'd like to do this with my husband is because just a couple of days ago, we sat down and thought of our together future goals. And what I've noticed is that we both are, in a way, workaholics. We both work at least 5 to 6 days a week, and him including. And we don't really go on vacations enough, which are really important to actually gain balance and harmony in relationships. Again, this is addressing my harmony value in my life. And hopefully, by traveling to 5 countries by January 2021, so that's in the next a year and a half, we'll be able to reconnect and gain balance in our relationship. Now, as I've mentioned in my previous section of the
Now I'll
video,
be walking you
those small
through.
lines are actually the times when I review and look back on the year or 2 years before and see what can be adjusted to achieve my milestones a little bit better. So on June 20, 2021, I'd like to sit down and think back of what I have achieved so far. Have I have any missteps? And if I should do anything else beyond what I have as a plan right now in order to achieve my 2029 goals. So by March 2022, as funny as it sounds, I would love to visit over 104 yoga classes. 104 yoga classes is something that I've calculated that's a once a week yoga. And the reason why I selected yoga is because I have been doing it for over 6 years now. But because of my school and work life and just too busy to even sleep sometimes, I did happen to drop it a little bit. So I only go maybe once a month, or maybe twice a month. And I've noticed that yoga really helps me learn how to catch my breath, pause, and think. Again, this is contributing to harmony and stability aspects of my life, but most importantly, accountability, because that's the only moment in my life I sit down by myself and think to myself what I have achieved and hold myself accountable for my actions, think about how my week went, how my day went, and what can I do to improve it. And this is number one value is to support my mental and physical stability. So again, I do have a review of when I look back and think if there's anything else I could do better and anything else I will be doing better. That would be again on June 20, 2022. As you can guess, this is my favorite date. So by June 2022, I also would like to apply accountability in my work life. This is in maintaining over 20 clients, and I would like to maintain over 20 clients together with my boss and with my assistants. This means that the company will be expanding by 50%. But on June 2022, I'd like to see if the 2 years of school have provided me an ability to grow the company a bit more aggressively and how to grow the company by 50%. I would also like to account for the company's success and see if there's anything that I could do better. So again, hold myself accountable and my employees accountable, as well as to potentially maybe even switch my line of business and see if the company could do better in another market or by providing another service. Again, I have review dates in between, and now I'm skipping fast forwarding to 2025. I actually did imagine this date in my head over and over again, specifically in spring. So for this specific milestone, I have noted the March 2025. I would like to move to another city by that date. And again, this takes me back to the conversation I have had with my husband is what can we do better to align goals? And both of us decided that it's best for us to leave Vancouver over time and settle down in a city where the city will not take the energy out of us on an everyday basis. There will be no such traffic, such as on Lionsgate Bridge, and there will just be a sense of harmony and stability within our family. And obviously, to move to another city where there might be bigger houses, I was thinking even maybe somewhere in Alberta where there's a lot of land and a lot of cheaper houses. And this will also allow us to continue growing our family. By June 2025, I will be again, hopefully in a new place, looking at what I would like to achieve and what has been done so far. And I'll be doing the repetitive, continuously going over, reviewing my company, whether it's 30 client goal or 40 client goal, whether it's over 300 yoga classes at this point. But I would be believing that this all four steps that I've listed previously will be able to help me to achieve my milestones better. So my end goal, and this will be my final review on June 2029, And I would like to know that my three values mentioned on the bottom have all been met successfully. And once again, it's harmony, stability, and accountability. And I'm planning to actually also do another 5 year plan, possibly not a 10-year plan, but just a 5 year plan. Where do I see myself and how I'll get them? So that is it for me. Thank you for your attention, and please let me know if you have any questions.